the Book of Lamentations. There are moments in history when a nation's heart breaks, when everything that was known, everything that was safe, is turned to ash and rubble. This is the story of such a moment. This is the Book of Lamentations. Traditionally attributed to the prophet Jeremiah, the Book of Lamentations is a collection of 5 poems, 5 elegies of grief. It was written in the immediate aftermath of the most traumatic event in ancient Israel's history, the destruction of Jerusalem and its temple by the Babylonians in 586 BC. Jeremiah, who had warned his people for decades of this impending doom, now witnesses his prophecies come true. This isn't a book of, "I told you so." It's a raw, unfiltered cry of anguish from a broken heart. The first poem personifies Jerusalem as a widowed princess, abandoned and betrayed. Once a queen among nations, she now sits alone, weeping in the night, with no one to comfort her. How lonely sits the city that was once full of people. How, like a widow, she has become, she who was great among the nations. She, who was a princess among the provinces, has become a slave. She weeps bitterly in the night, with tears on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she has none to comfort her. The second lament shifts its focus. The poet stares into the chaos and asks, why? The answer is terrifyingly clear. This was not a random act of war. This was the hand of God. The poem wrestles with the horror of divine judgment, where God himself has become the enemy of his own people. He has bent his bow like an enemy, with his right hand set like a foe, and he has killed all who were delightful to see in the tent of the daughter of Zion. He has poured out his fury like fire. The Lord has become like an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel. Right in the center of this ocean of sorrow, the poet finds an anchor. Chapter 3 is the turning point of the entire book. After plumbing the depths of his own suffering, the writer makes a conscious choice to remember God's character. This isn't empty optimism. It's a defiant act of faith in the middle of pain. But this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. Final poems return to the grim reality, recounting the horrors of the siege and the shame of defeat. But the book doesn't end in despair. It concludes with a raw, communal prayer. It's a plea for God to see their suffering, to remember them, and to act. It's a prayer that hangs in the air, awaiting an answer. But you, O Lord, reign forever. Your throne endures to all generations. Restore us to yourself, O Lord, that we may be restored. Renew our days as of old. The Book of Lamentations gives us permission to grieve. It teaches us that it's okay to cry out to God, to ask the hard questions, and to be honest about our pain. But it also shows us that even in the deepest darkness, the memory of God's faithfulness can be a seed of hope, waiting for a new dawn. Thank you for watching. In God I trust. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more messages of truth and hope. Up next, Ezekiel, visions of glory and exile. Stay humble, stay repentant, stay blessed.